Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of the This Is Gonna Hurt podcast. My name is Gordon Duncan. I'm the owner of Capitalize Marketing and Consulting. And this show is part of the larger Capitalize Your Best podcast network of shows. Today is Monday. This is the This Is Gonna Hurt show, which is about personal growth, making a better you. Tuesday is Coach Training Partners, which is about helping coaches create programs and grow their revenue. Wednesday, we have Capitalize Your Best, which is our marketing and business growth podcast. On Thursdays, we don't have a formal podcast, but we do have a live 11 a.m. Eastern capitalized coaching call that's within the Capitalize Your Best online community. I'll tell you more about that at the end. And then on Fridays, we have a pop culture podcast called You're Entitled to Your Opinion. But friends, thank you so much. Thank you for how you've been responding, liking, sharing, subscribing. As you know, we've been taking these clips, we've been putting them all over the place. They've been on Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. So thank you for your support of those. And if you've ever been a guest on the show, I'm doing my best to dice those up into those best bits that you've done. So look out for them. But let's hop into the show. This past week in the Capitalize Your Best online community, we had something called a spring reset. It was an hour-long workshop that was collaborative among everyone in the community. And we talked about, hey, how do we prepare for spring in a personal growth approach? And what we did in that time is it was centered around three questions. I'd like to share those three questions with you. These are three questions that you can ask yourself to prepare yourself for personal growth in the spring. One question you can ask yourself now that spring is here to prepare yourself for personal growth is this: what is working right now? We've just gone through the season from the holidays, and now we're here almost done with the first quarter of the year. We're here in 2026. We're almost 3 months done. We've had ice storms. We're here in Virginia. We had tornadoes. We've had everything going on. It's been a very cold, very difficult winter. Some things, however, have been working for you. What are they? Maybe you've really dialed in your exercise and you're like, you know what? I've been hitting my goals. I'm exercising 3 days, 5 days, 7 days a week. Wonderful. Maybe I know some of you have really done an incredible job this year with your journaling and your affirmations. That's something we talked about a lot at the end of 2025. I know some of you have moved into that. Some of you have done really well in business. You're like, you know what? My goal was to accomplish this. What I want you to do is right now, before the third month of the year is over, before the first quarter ends here, I want you to write down what is working, because whatever is working, I want you to pour massive amounts of fuel into it. If your journaling is working, go to a deeper level. If your business is working, find the thing that's been most productive, pour into it. Are your workouts doing well? What is it that's most succeeding? Go into it, because what you want to do is you want to take the momentum that you built in the first quarter of the year and you want to build it. You want to pour onto it. I always tell my clients momentum is easier to sustain than it is to create. So if you have something that's working right now, pour fuel on that fire. Go all in. Make that the 20% that produces the 80%, and take that 20% and make it what you do. Like, go all in. What's working? Go in on what's working. It's a great way to take advantage of the spring and to reset. Now that spring is here, a fair question to ask yourself, though, is where have I drifted? Now, drifted is very specific language. It comes from, I use it in the way that Napoleon Hill used it in his book, Outwitting the Devil. And in that, there's a back and forth where the devil is asked, how do you basically trap and enslave men? And the answer is, well, most people are drifting anyway, and we just let them keep drifting. Drifting is where you are working on automatic pilot, and you're working and you just do the same thing every day, but it's not purposeful. Or it's where you've convinced yourself to not be purposeful in your life. You've got to find, where is it you're drifting? You're like, you know where I'm drifting? I'm drifting in my eating. I'm not paying attention to what I eat, and I'm not giving my body the fuel it needs. Or I'm drinking too much, and I know I'm gaining weight, and I'm getting distracted, and I'm numbing myself. Or I've drifted in that I'm no longer up early in the morning, and I'm just sleeping in. I took 1 day and then 2 days, over and over again. Find the areas in which you're drifting. Grab a pen and paper, get your journal, whatever the case may be. Ask someone you trust, where might you be drifting? in those areas of drift, you've got to immediately address them and change them. We're not waiting until April. We're not waiting until it gets warm outside. If you find that you're drifting in an area, today is the day it stops. Because in the spring reset, if you're pouring fuel on what's been working and then you address what's been drifting and address it and stop it and change that action, you're going to have a transformation of personal growth. Now the spring is here. This is a very key question to ask. You ready? What change would make the biggest difference right now? Look at your life and go, what's one single thing that if I changed it right now would be transformative? And you're like, you know what? Maybe it's getting up an hour earlier. That would be the biggest. Like if I got up an hour earlier and took advantage of that time and actually did something with it, it would make the biggest difference. Or maybe in your work life, you find something that you're finding a skill in. Maybe it's in a let's say you're focusing on LinkedIn and LinkedIn is doing well. Like what change there would make the biggest difference? Relationally, maybe it's that every Monday you don't have any TV or phones in your hand and you just either play games, talk, or read, and it's making a difference. What would make the biggest difference? The thing is, whatever the biggest difference is, you've got to take advantage of it and do it now. What change would make the biggest difference? Find it and enact that change now and watch your growth explode as you go into spring. There's 3 things you can do right now that would transform you for spring. 1, whatever is working, pour fuel on that fire and keep working. Like keep doing more and more of it. Where have you been drifting? Find out where you've been drifting and stop that thing now. Transform it. And then discover what change would make the biggest difference and make that change. All these things are personal. It's not something that has to happen out in the world. These are things that you do. But if you pour fuel on the fire for what's working, and if you stop doing the thing that's causing you to drift, and you make the one change that will make the biggest impact, you are going to have the most transformative spring of your life. If you would like a community that will help you do that, please reach out to me. I'd love to give you a 7-day free trial to the Capitalize Your Best online community. In that, we have daily, weekly, and monthly coaching. We have courses. We have a Wednesday book club, live Thursday, 11 a.m. coaching call, and you can contribute. There's so much going on there, and it's being built out every single day. If you reach out to me, I'll give you a 7-day trial to the Capitalize Your Best online community. I would love to see you there. After that, it's $29 a month, which is a heck of a lot cheaper than a tank of gas and will take you a lot farther. Friends, thanks so much for tuning in, and please, tomorrow is the Coach Training Partners podcast. I'd love for you to check that out, whether you're a coach or not. There's some nuggets there. Some of you might need to consider being coaches. I know you've got the skill set for it. And friends, I look forward to talking to you again. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.